Good afternoon. My name is Paulus from Match 9. Today, I would like to explain about the role of Indonesia in the contemporary world. So, as we know that Indonesia as an archipelago country in Southeast Asia is one of the countries that plays an important roles in terms of its geography. So one of Indonesia other roles that it's considered important in ASEAN. As you know that Indonesia is initiating a security community through the Asian Political Security Community, or we call it IAC. And then IAC was formed with the aim of the accelerating political and security cooperation in Asia to bring about peace in the region. Besides, Indonesia also as the Asian Host Secretariat in Jakarta, and then one of the 5 founding countries of Asia, and the other side that organizing the first ASEAN Summit, and also Indonesia as initiating the declaration of peaceful, free, and natural area, initiating the Asian Economic Community or AEC is the other role of Indonesia in ASEAN. So as we know that Indonesia is an important country in ASEAN because Indonesia has a big population after India. Then, as you know that Indonesia is committed to implement SDGs to achieve a prosperous and just Indonesia in accordance with its national development goals. So the SDGs have provided meaningful contribution as a relevance of sustainable development that is universally followed by development and developed countries. So Indonesia other roles in SDGs in Indonesia itself, the implementation of the SDGs agenda is built on the government experience in implementing the MDGs agenda. Under the direction of President Joko Widodo, Indonesia is very serious about achieving the SDGs indicators. This began with the integration of 169 SDGs indicators into 2020 up to 2040 National Medium Term Development Plan or RPGM. So after that Indonesia also has a good participate in United Nations system. As you know that Indonesia so many times in the largest of UN peacekeeping troops contributor among the 15 UN Security Council members. It is a member of the UN Human Rights Council 2020 up to 2022 and the UN Economic and Social Council 2021 up to 2023. Indonesia has been robust economic growth and rapid development over the past decades. So as UN peacekeeping troops, Indonesia has own problem with the terrorism in Indonesia. However, Indonesia is able to overcome the terrorism itself. Recent terrorism in Indonesia can in part be attributed to the Al-Qaeda affiliated Jamaah Islamiyah, Islamist terror group, and or ISL. So Indonesia has worked with other countries to apprehend and prosecute the perpetrators of major bombing linked to the militant Islamism. And then the security factor in Indonesia is very important in ensuring good and stable economic growth. So with the safety and comfortable, so as Indonesia's economy is now recovering. The country's GDP's growth is projected at 5.1% in 2022, supported by growing commodity export and accommodate fiscal policy to weather the pandemic. Nevertheless, more challenging global conditions and COVID-19 scaring effect could derail the recovery. This strong pace of growth has seen Indonesia become an increasingly important part of the global economy. It is now the fourth largest economy in East Asia after China, Japan, and South Korea, and the 15th largest economy in the world on a purchasing power parity or PPP basis. So its development both in terms of security and economic growth, which is getting better. Indonesia is the chosen to be a host of the G20's meeting, which will be held in Bali. For the first time, Indonesia was given the trust and the honor to hold the presidency of the Group of 20 or G20 in 2022 and will be held in Bali from December 1, 2021 to November 30, 2022. So the G20 is an international forum that focuses on policy coordination in the economic and development field. As the holder of the 2022 presidency, Indonesia has a role to determining the priority agenda and leading a series of G20 meetings. For this reason, this event is used by Indonesia as a forum and place to show our country's position in leading a global forum that aims to overcome various challenges and issues at the world level. So that is some of role of Indonesia in contemporary world, in ASEAN, for the UN system, SDGs, up to the G20 as a presidency in 2022. That's it for me. Thank you for your attention.